Have you ever wanted to take your dog on a nice, enjoyable walk, but you dread the pulling, barking, or disrespectful behavior your dog gives you? Well, I might be here to help you. Today, my buddy Doc and I are going to show you how to safely and properly walk a dog. With my mom owning a dog training business, I think I'm more than capable of being able to help you. So first, I'm going to talk about the different equipment that you can use to walk your dog. Secondly, I'm going to talk about how to actually do the process of walking your dog. And thirdly, I'm going to tell you how to reward your dog after a successful walk. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about are the different collars that you can use. There's flat collars, and that's what I have on Doc right now. It's the most common use for dogs. You can just hook your tags to them, hook a leash to them, and leave them on them whenever you want to. The second thing is a prong collar. Prong collars look a lot worse than what they actually are. They have little prongs in them and they go around the neck, and whenever the dog pulls, it becomes slightly uncomfortable. So eventually the dog figures out that it's uncomfortable to sit there and pull all the time. And the third thing that you can use is called a gentle leader. Now the gentle leader hooks around the back of the head just like this and goes around the nose. And then your leash hooks underneath. And what happens is when your dog starts to pull, it gently takes their head to the side, so eventually they'll figure out too that pulling results in their head being taken to the side. So now that I've shown you the different equipment that you can use, I'm going to show you how to actually do the process of walking your dog. So one thing that you really want to be careful of is that you don't wrap the leash around your hand like this. Dogs get excited very easily, whether it be a person, another dog, or even a squirrel. And if your dog decides to take off at that so-called thing, you could have some serious damage done to your hand and wrist. Instead of wrapping it around your hand, take it like this and fold it up, and keep a tight grip on it. Now, the second thing you want to do is make sure that your leash isn't too long, because if you're walking with a leash like this, your dog is able to go anywhere that he wants, smell what he wants, and can easily drag you around. With a shorter leash, you will always maintain accurate control with your dog. And the third thing that you want to make sure of is that your dog is on the left side. I'm not sure why this is a thing, but for the AKC show rules, the dog always has to be on your left side, and I guess it's just kind of a habit of mine. So the third thing that you really want to make sure of for having a successful walk with your dog is that you always reward the dog when he does something right. This will instill the behavior in his mind that a good walk is the main goal. So you can do either of these things by giving your dog a treat, which if you give your dog a treat, he could be more focused on the food rather than why he's actually getting the treat. The second thing that you can do, even though I mentioned this earlier, that you shouldn't do, is let your dog walk on a loose leash. If he's being good and respecting you, it's okay to just let your dog have some freedom every now and then. And the third thing that you can do to reward your dog is give him a hug. Dogs really like human contact, and if he knows for sure that that's what you're happy for, he'll be more than willing to behave for you. So now that I've shown you the proper and safe ways to walk your dog, I hope you all will be able to take your dog on nice, enjoyable walks. I showed you the different equipment that you can use, how to actually take your dog on the walk, and how to reward your dog when he does the right thing. My hopes are that today, you'll be able to take your dog on Rails for Trails or through town and have the most successful walk you've ever had.